Aloha! This is lesson 43 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. Perception is not an attribute of God. His is the realm of knowledge. Yet he has created the Holy Spirit as the mediator between perception and knowledge. Without this link with God, perception would have replaced knowledge forever in your mind. With this link with God, perception will become so changed and purified that it will lead to knowledge. That is its function as the Holy Spirit sees it. Therefore, that is its function in truth. In God, you cannot see. Perception has no function in God and does not exist. Yet in salvation, which is the undoing of what never was, perception has a mighty purpose. Made by the Son of God for an unholy purpose, it must become the means for the restoration of His holiness to His awareness. Perception has no meaning. Yet does the Holy Spirit give it a meaning very close to God's. Healed perception becomes the means by which the Son of God forgives his brother, and thus forgives himself. You cannot see apart from God because you cannot be apart from God. Whatever you do in Him, because whatever you think with His mind. If vision is real, and it is real to the extent to which it shares the Holy Spirit's purpose, then you cannot see apart from God. 3 5-minute practice periods are required today. One is early and one is late as possible in the day. The third may be undertaken at the most convenient and suitable time that circumstances and readiness permit. At the beginning of these practice periods, repeat the idea for today to yourself with eyes open. Then glance around you for a short time, applying the idea specifically to what you see. 4 or 5 subjects for this phase of the practice period are sufficient. You might say, for example, God is my source. I cannot see this desk apart from him. God is my source. I cannot see that picture apart from him. Although this part of the exercise period should be relatively short, be sure that you select the subjects for this phase of practice indiscriminately, without self-directed inclusion or exclusion. For the second and longer phase, close your eyes, repeat today's idea again, and then let whatever relevant thoughts occur to you add to the idea in your own personal way. Thoughts such as, I see through the eyes of forgiveness. I see the world is blessed. The world can show me myself. I see my own thoughts, which are like God's. Any thought related more or less directly to today's idea is suitable. The thoughts need not bear any obvious relationship to the idea, but they should not be in opposition to it. If you find your mind wandering, if you begin to be aware of thoughts which are clearly out of accord with today's idea, or if you seem to be unable to think of anything, open your eyes, repeat the first phase of the exercise period, and then attempt the second phase again. Do not allow any protracted period to occur in which you become preoccupied with irrelevant thoughts. Return to the first phase of the exercises as often as necessary to prevent this. In applying today's idea in the shorter practice periods, the form may vary according to the circumstances and situations in which you find yourself during the day. When you are with someone else, for example, try to remember to tell him silently, God is my source. I cannot see you apart from him. This form is equally applicable to strangers as it is to those you think are closer to you. In fact, try not to make distinctions of this kind at all. Today's idea should also be applied throughout the day to various situations and events that may occur, particularly to those which seem to distress you in any way. For this purpose, apply the idea in this form. God is my source. I cannot see this apart from him. If no particular subject presents itself to your awareness at the time, merely repeat the idea in its original form. Try today not to allow any long periods of time to slip by without remembering today's idea, and thus remembering your function. God is my source. I cannot see apart from him. So seeing is something we cannot do while we're perceiving. Perceiving is it's not seeing. It's the opposite of seeing. We see with our mind that's with God. So we can see only loving creations. We cannot see dying manifestations. That's why it's called perception. However, perception doesn't need to be resisted. It needs to be blessed. It needs to have the blessing of God on it. That's how it shows us ourselves. See, while we're resisting it, we're making it other. We're making it separate. There's nothing there, though. There's nothing there to even be other or separate. It's a mirror. It's like a mirror. It's showing us ourselves. So knowing that this is what it's for. This is what perception is for. There's no need to resist anything or anyone or any action that anyone takes. Not liking someone or something is an example of perceiving. It's a perception-based thing. We like it because of what it's for. We actually like it because of that. So even the idea, the resistance to it, makes it so that it can't show us ourselves. And that makes it just keep on going on forever with the resistance.
It's kind of similar, but going deeper in the idea of God is in everything I see. This is further taking it, like extending on everything that we cannot, there's nothing apart from that everything.
Yes.
There is no point that is outside of God that we can have in our seeing or perceiving.
Yes. And with awareness of that, these things that we seem to see can be used. Each and every one of them can be used. So we give them a blessing instead of a curse.
Right.
Thank you. Gratitude works really well in this, right?
Yeah. One thing that I've been lately noticing is that, and perhaps we all have it in different ways, that when we are sitting with ourselves, we have like a certain way of like twitching in the body, almost like it's like nabbing, twisting a finger, basically creating a little bit of like a discomfort almost. And it's like in a way to see that this is like a subtle signal of how we hurt ourselves, not just within our mind with thoughts, but physically also we have these things to create a sense of discomfort.
Yes.
Yeah, unease.
Unease, right. And that's one thing I started noticing early on, how I would wring my hands.
Right.
I would wring my hands really, and unconsciously. I would just, I'd get nervous or something and wring my hands. And so I just started noticing that, not resisting it or anything, but actually using it as a teacher.
Right.
Like, this is telling me
Yeah.
that I'm scared, I'm upset right now, I'm nervous,
Yeah.
this is telling me I need some love. Yeah, so then I'm noticing what I'm thinking, and what I'm thinking is an attack on myself. No wonder I'm doing that. I'm
Right.
freaking out.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so knowing that, you can't see apart from God, meaning whatever it is that you're laying on the world is not true. God would only bless. God can only bless, like the sun, right? So it's only a blessing on everyone and everything all the time. And when that's not occurring, our mind is blank and we're actually hurting ourselves. We're killing ourselves. That's that's the ego's purpose for the body, is to use our mind to kill it.
Right. Yeah, looking with God, looking as God, kind of helps in almost like strengthening that muscle.
Yes.
That, oh, this is how I can see.
Yes.
This is how I can be in blessing and relief all the time. And it tastes good.
Yes.
So I need not go into the other realm anymore, which does not taste good to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it's
this is
as God now.
this is what's so beautiful too. It's leading to knowledge by this blessing.
Yeah.
So it leads us right out of illusions until we can actually see our creations. And it's a joyful journey. It becomes more and more joyful because you can't hurt yourself. You can't use the perception to hurt yourself anymore. Eventually it gets to that point.
Yeah, that's very important to say here, that even though it can seem trippy at times, be joyous with it, be gentle. Yeah, even if those are like little moments, just take a little time to just be like, thank God that I am in the middle of doing this course right now. Thank God that I have this lesson for the day, which brings me so much relief. It's very important to feel that peace and relief.
Yes.
Otherwise, mind again can make these things into a task. And tasks are always seemingly difficult.
Right.
Right? While this is totally opposite to that. It's bringing us to a peace, to a relief. So it's important to get a taste of that here and there. That, this is what it is bringing me to. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. After you see it for the first time, you'll love it, and you'll want to come back to it. Once you see it for the first time, just noticing a thought that seems to be bothering you, and then you get lifted out of that by one of these thoughts.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like, I'm never going to stop doing this until I can't do it anymore because there's no more perceiving. This is all I want to do all day long. Whatever else occurs is fine with me.
Yeah. Awesome.
Have a beautiful practice. We love you. Ahui ho.